Renée Adorée was a French actress who appeared in Hollywood silent movies during the 1920s. Early life. Born Jeanne de La Fontaine in Lille, she was the daughter of circus artists and by age 5 was performing with her parents. In her teens, she began acting in minor stage productions and toured Europe with her troupe. She was performing in Russia when World War I broke out and fled to London. Career. In 1920, given the exotic name Renée Adorée by the studio, she appeared in her first motion picture. While in New York City on New Year's Eve 1921, she met Tom Moore, who was 15 years her senior. Moore and his brothers were successful Hollywood actors. 6 weeks after their meeting, on February 12, 1921, Adorée married Moore at his home in Beverly Hills, California. The marriage did not last, and in 1925, Adorée married again, this time to Sherman Gill. She is most famous for her role as Melisande in the melodramatic romance and war epic The Big Parade opposite John Gilbert. It became one of MGM's all-time biggest hits and a film that historians rank as one of the best of the silent film era. In The Mating Call, a 1928 film produced by Howard Hughes, Adorée had a very brief nude swimming scene that caused a significant commotion at the time. With the advent of sound in film, Adorée was one of the fortunate stars whose voices met the film industry's new needs. She would star opposite Lon Chaney and her former brother-in-law Owen Moore, make 3 more films with John Gilbert, and appear in 4 films with another leading Hollywood actor Ramon Novarro. Illness and death. By the end of 1930, Adorée had appeared in 45 films, the last 4 of them talkies. That year she was diagnosed with tuberculosis and lived only a few years longer. Adorée went against her physician's advice by finishing her final film, Call of the Flesh, with Ramon Novarro. At its completion, she was rushed to a sanitarium in Prescott, Arizona, where she lay flat on her back for 2 years in an effort to regain her physical health. In April 1933, she left the sanitarium. At this point, it was thought she had recovered sufficiently to resume her screen career, but she swiftly weakened and her health declined day by day. She was moved from her modest home in the Tujunga Hills to the Sunland Health Resort in September 1933. Adorée died there, a few days after her 35th birthday, on October 5, 1933 in Tujunga, California. She is interred in the Hollywood Forever Cemetery, Hollywood, California. Adorée left an estate valued at $2,429. The only heir was her mother, who lived in England. No will was found. For contributions to the motion picture industry, Adorée was honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame at 1611 Vine Street. Filmography. 500 liras reward. The Strongest. Made in Heaven, co-starring her husband, Tom Moore. Daydreams. Honor First. Mixed Faces. Monte Cristo. A Self-Made Man. West of Chicago. The 650. The Eternal Struggle. The Bandolero. Defying the Law. A Man's Mate. Women Who Give. Exchange of Wives. Excuse Me. Man and Maid. Parisian Nights. The Big Parade. Blarney. The Flaming Forest. La Bohème. The Blackbird. Exquisite Sinner. Tin Gods. Back to God's Country. Heaven on Earth. Mr. Wu. Onze Boulevard. The Show. A Certain Young Man. The Cossacks. Forbidden Hours. The Mating Call. Show People. The Michigan Kid. The Pagan. The Spieler. Tide of Empire. Redemption. Call of the Flesh.